To my channel. Just keep swimming 1111. I hope you guys are doing good today. It's a beautiful day. So I'm going to be doing the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So I'm super excited. We've been waiting for the water signs. So you guys know I'm a Cancer in tropical, and I have a Pisces moon in Vedic. So I got water somewhere in either chart. All right. So what I want to say first while I shuffle about the water signs. Boy, there's a few things to know about water signs. One of them, they observe everything. Water signs pay attention. They pay attention to the vibes in the room. Who's happy, who's sad, who needs something so they can nurture them. Who may desire or want something. Who may be keeping a secret. You know, who's not telling the truth about how they feel or what they want. Water signs pick up very closely on those vibrations, just like sharks to blood in the water. They can smell it a miles and miles and miles away. So water signs are extremely intelligent, and it's because their intuition is on high. So not that not everyone has intuition, because everyone does. But water signs inherently, automatically pick up on those signs without making an effort, without trying, okay? So these water signs are really good at paying attention to someone's needs. And this is why water signs generally can be very good at becoming a doctor, a nurse, a healer, a seer, which, you know, a psychic, a medium, a palm reader, a tarot card reader, all of those things, okay? They make excellent counselors, therapists, and believe it or not, one of the top professions for water signs has something to do with psychology. So a psychologist. They make excellent detectives also. Private investigators, they can do really well in the FBI or the CIA. They work well with special victims units. Yeah, and they're I don't know, I just think they're great. So if you're with a water sign or you have water in your chart, I think you've probably picked up on these things by now. I'm pretty sure you have. Whoops. And if you're a water sign in another, well, in a relationship with another water sign, expect a very deep connection. Very deep emotions, deep connections. You know, one thing though, water signs are deeply emotional, and sometimes their emotions can overcome them like a tidal wave. Okay? So if you notice that your water sign is moody, okay, just know that those emotions flow ever so gently or ever so mighty, depending on the moon, where it's at, how full it is, and depending on their situations in life, which could make them ultra emotional or not emotional enough. Okay. Water signs are also very creative, and they love to hold secrets. They share their secrets like gold with the ones they love. Okay, let's go ahead and start with Cancer. The cardinal of the water signs. Cancer is the mother of the entire 12 zodiac signs, 13 if you count Ophiuchus. So, yes. So we have Cancer here feeling overwhelmed. And then we have a deep connection. Cancer is feeling overwhelmed by a deep connection. What could be going on with you, Cancer? Let's go ahead and look into your mind. Show me what's going on with Cancer in the mind. Please show me, Cancer. Mental place, mental state. You know, I've noticed it's harder to get in water signs, mind and feelings than others when doing tarot. I just thought you should know they have like a shield. So you guys can have a shield kind of blocking me, kind of like a psychic shield. It's very hard for me to get into a water sign's energy. It's not as easy as the others. Spirit, please show me what is going on in the Cancer mind. Show me the Cancer's mind. What's happening with the Cancer's mind? All right, so we have the Four of Wands. Cancer is thinking about commitment, about relationships, about marriage. You know, this is interesting. As you guys know, I told you I'm a Cancer and tropical. I had a dream last night. It was a very weird dream. I have no clue who was getting married. I don't even recognize the wedding party. But I was dreaming I was a friend of someone in a wedding party. And I think I got the gist that they were not taking marriage seriously. And the vows were a joke, and the people around them were kind of making a joke of it. And I was there as a friend, and I thought, why are all these people being so rude and making jokes and taking this very unseriously? I also feel like the wedding was not a traditional Hindu wedding, but there was hints of Hindu in the wedding. Like, I think I was wearing some kind of a, I don't know if they call it sahari or I don't know. I don't know what it was, but it had colors, and it was a sash around me. And some other people were wearing it as well. It was a lot of color. But the bride and the groom were not wearing a lot of color, and they looked hungover, like from the movie Hangover. So the bride and the groom just they were not put together like this. Thank you, Asari. So half the people were wearing that stuff and the other half wasn't. And I do know that Hindu weddings are much more elaborate, elegant, and beautiful, and they spend a lot of money on weddings. Well, this wedding was cheap. There was not anything going into it. It was half and half. The bride was unhappy. She was crying. People were cracking jokes, laughing, interrupting the rehearsal. And I felt I had to speak up. So in the dream, I had to speak up and tell them to take a wedding seriously, to take marriage seriously. And I kind of just did a little speech about how important a marriage is. That it's not about what the wedding looks like, and it's not about your friends and your family being there, and it's not about all this glitz and glamour or lack thereof. It's about these two people that come together to make a vow, to honor each other, to love each other, to separate from their parents, which means they're taking those vows seriously. They're leaving a family unit that was protected and sacred, and they're making their own. So when you're married, traditionally speaking, because not everyone has children, but usually they do, you're creating another family, which is a very serious thing, because you're creating a whole nother family's karma, a bloodline, and you're connecting ancestries. You're marrying so much energy together. It's not just nothing. So anyways, I was having this dream, and it was crazy. Then a storm came, a violent storm, winds, tornadoes, like rain. People were trying to go for cover. I always have freaking dreams about water. It's crazy. But it started raining so much. And then for some reason, my family was there. My mom maybe was helping me or something. I don't remember having the rest of my family there, but my mom was there. And she was trying to go help some people outside, and there was all kinds of people on a dirt path. It was so weird that it was a very wide dirt path. And I'm talking wide as in like 2 highways wide. But it was going up a hill in the mountains. And it wasn't like the mountains where I'm from. It was more like a tropical mountain thing. And anyways, this kind of a mudslide, a water kind of flood looking thing. It was just brownish water, cloudy water, came rushing down the hill. And I'm running towards it fast. And I saw my mom up there and I was like, Mom, watch out. And I tried to grab her. She was helping somebody. She grabbed onto someone and she was going to roll with the water as it was going down the hill and help that person stay afloat, because the water was probably, I would say, 17 feet high. And then I saw a little girl to the left of me. She had brown hair, brown eyes, straight hair. She was about 6. And anyways, I wanted to grab her and get a hold of her as well as the water was coming down, from what I can remember. Anyways, the water came down. We were rolling with the water. It was destroying everything on its path. We ended up grabbing onto some trees, getting back afloat, and not dying. And ironically, at the end of the dream, I mean, from what I can remember, I wasn't worried about my mom. I knew she could handle the wave. I was handling the wave. Some people couldn't handle the wave, and the ones that were young, like that little girl, or the ones that weren't strong enough to handle the wave, I would grab a hold of them. And more people getting by the tree. When the water subsided and it dried up, the wedding continued. It was the craziest thing. And when the wedding continued, the couple stood up and told everyone that they were to be respectful and stop joking, and this wedding is serious. And the couple spoke together and wanted to be sure that they did want to get married, and it wasn't some kind of a joke or a setup or just stupid, that they were serious about marrying their energies. And anyways, they did. They got married. So I don't know if that's a message for someone. I don't know. I didn't even think about interpreting my own dream today. I haven't even journaled it or taken a step back. But, I mean, obviously water is emotions. Emotions can come at you like a wave, an unexpected wave. Some people can get hurt. Some people can get taken down. Some people can ride with the wave. Some people can help other people with their emotions as well. And what marriage had to do with it, I don't know. I don't know. Marriage had something to do with it. Maybe it's kind of a message that marriage can be a wave. It can be a storm. It can come on you suddenly. Love is a very heavy emotion that can overwhelm you. It can take you down, or it can help you rise. And I think it's how you want to view love. Love can be something of an experience or a lifetime attachment. You can choose to be committed to love no matter what package it comes in, or only committed to love based on the outside appearances. But I just think that love and marriage are the same bird, 2 different wings. Marriage can be used as a way to fall in love with someone, because there are some beautifully arranged marriages. And marriage is also something you can do to show your act as love, like an action, an act of love. I don't know, but all I know is for Cancer, you may be thinking about marriage, union, commitment, the importance of love, the importance of a commitment. And that may be on the mind of Cancer in some way, something to do with the sacred, I can't talk today, the sanctity of marriage. Excuse me, guys, Mercury's still in retro, I'm pretty sure. Yep, he is. Bottom of the deck, resistance, 7 of Wands. You may have been dealing with someone who maybe was resistant in marrying you, or maybe their family was resistant in allowing them to marry you, or maybe your family's been resistant about you marrying this person, or maybe it's just in general where there's been a resistance in marriage for you, Cancer. All you want to do is love. Two of Cups. Cancer loves love. They love this moment. Cuddling. Okay, if anybody was a Cancer in this moment, I don't know, both of them probably would be. The way they love each other. You see how they're holding each other so close, so dear. You see how their hands are gently cradling the other's head, which is an act of protection. It's an act of get closer to me. It's an act of I'm showing you that you are one with me. And then they look at each other and they're like, look at me, look in my soul, look in my eyes, feel my breath. Know that I love you wholly, outside and in, from this world to the next, in this time and in all ages. This is the deepest connection, the deepest love. And their hearts are so close together, and they're resting, and they're in a vulnerable state, naked, just cradling each other in this vulnerability, saying you're safe. And that is a Cancer energy, saying you're safe. And it's this gentle, I love you. Even words don't need to be spoken. It's felt. It's understood. It's present, and it doesn't need anything but itself in return, which is this Two of Cups. So I do definitely believe that Cancer is thinking very much on the deep, we do have deep connection, the deepest connection of all, which is love and marriage. And it's more than just a ring or a title or someone's name. For a Cancer, marriage is the deepest connection of a soul that it can ever possibly engage in. It's the most important ceremonial oath and vow that connects your soul forever to another. And I think Cancers take it very seriously. And if you're not married, it's because you have not felt safe like that in a connection. Otherwise, you would have. And if you are married, then it's because you do feel safe in that connection to love, and you've met that one. And if you're married and divorced, or you've had problems, then you're hurting, and you're needing to ride the wave. Ride the wave. Grab on to something solid that's rooted in a healthy foundation, and you will survive. What does that mean when you're going through trials and tribulations of love? It means everyone has a root settled into a foundation that will withstand any tidal wave, any flood, any emotional attack. And that can be your faith. It could be your religious faith. It could be your meditative and spiritual beliefs. It could be your connection to Mother Earth. It could be your roots tied into your children, your ancestors, your passions, your career. Whatever it is that keeps you grounded, that's your foundation, your roots. And Cancers tend to be very nostalgic. So it's probably something you've learned very young and very early on. Whatever those roots are, you're going to grasp them. Could be grandparents, anything. And it's going to keep you steady. You're going to survive these flooding waves of emotion. I don't know, is it monsoon season somewhere, or like flooding season somewhere? Maybe in India or Thailand or anywhere out there. I wonder. I wonder why I saw that. Sometimes when I see waves and things like that, tsunamis and things, it makes me wonder, is that going to happen? I saw the big earthquakes that were happening in California, was it 2 years ago? And I had a video and I had a premonition. And it happened. And it was more than one. It was one of the worst earthquake periods that California had had in many years. And there was like several of them. And I saw that in my reading. So I don't know. Maybe maybe my dream is going to foresee something. And if you are in those areas, certainly go to higher ground and grab onto a tree. And if you're low, like down the hill, like where I saw people were not on high ground, definitely get to the trees. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on. Show me the emotions of the sign of Cancer, please. Show me the emotions of the sign of Cancer. Got 3 of them, I'll just take them. We have the Sun card. So we have happy, optimistic, overall general good health. Everything's moving along clearly. I feel like your stomach is feeling good. I think you've been working on your stomach, maybe getting stronger. Your stomach is having like a detox. I feel like you've lost several inches or your stomach feels powerful. If you've been working out, maybe your stomach is more firm right now. If you've had some digestive issues, it looks like that's clearing out. This is solar plexus chakra. I feel like there's confidence coming back. If you've had a lack of confidence as of lately, your confidence is now returning. You're definitely getting in good health, which is great. Your immune system is really, really high. You're feeling better and you're happy. You have a general happy disposition. And I just think it's your optimism, okay? You feel very optimistic. The next card here is a third party. There could be some pain in the past affected by a third party. I think you're overcoming this. This was something that might have kept you down for quite some time, but now you're rising. It's not keeping you down anymore. You're finding happiness and joy in the storm, it looks like. And the last card here for your feelings is the Wheel of Fortune, which is wonderful. Major Arcana. This is a huge life momentum. This is beautiful. This is a 180, okay? Not a 360, a 180. And you've done a 180 from feeling a certain type of way about third parties to feeling good about it. I think you've made peace. Yeah, bottom of the deck, unconditional love. You have made peace with any problems and dramas in your life. You feel refreshed, renewed, reinvigorated, and I think you love yourself so much. You are loving your inner child. You're loving yourself. You're loving the mirror reflection. You're loving your children and your family and your environment, and you're just a warm, bubbly, cuddly, caring person. And it's really starting to show. And I think that's what you feel. You feel this momentum that being optimistic actually changes lives. And that makes sense. I was listening to a mantra this morning, the one I always post, the removal of obstacles. And it's beautiful. I love that freaking mantra so much. And I was pondering, sitting there listening to it, and I was thinking, you know why this mantra says it's the removal of all obstacles in your life, and why the sound sounds so enchanting? It's because it's peaceful and it lifts your mood. It makes you relax. It makes you feel joyful. It eases your body and your mind. And that is what removes all obstacles from your life. It's not some magical mantra. It's not magic words that take away these obstacles. It's your general disposition. It's your attitude. It's your outlook, your vision, and your feelings. And when you listen to that mantra, it puts you in a good mood and in a good vibe. And that's the removal of obstacles, because when you are flowing with the energy of love, which is the highest energy of all, and you're flowing in optimism and the sun energy, which is just joyful, obstacles disappear from your path. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit of your own magic with the assistance of the beauty of sound. Anyways, let's keep going. What is it that you desire? No, I think I want to do something different today. I want to enter a challenge. Not that you really have any, because I don't feel any challenges, but I want to enter in a challenge in this one. What is the challenge of the sign of Cancer? Oh, Cancer. I love you so much. I really do. Just love it. We have Six of Swords. Resolution. Flying over the drama. Getting over the bullshit. Getting over something. Moving on. That's this card. For Cancer, your challenge is to move on. Maybe moving on from an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Virgo, possibly. Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. Time to move on. You get what you give. And sometimes when it's not fair, when you've been good all year and you didn't get what you deserved, it's time to move on. You're not gonna squeeze blood out of a turnip, okay? You're not gonna get it. Doesn't matter how red the turnip juice is, you're not gonna get blood. It doesn't matter how much you squeeze this scenario, it's not gonna become of something. We have the Hierophant, and that's marriage. Again, for Cancer. Your challenge is to let go of a marital state of mind. This is someone that may take vows very, very seriously, like maybe too seriously. It's very important to take marriage seriously, believe me, I'm a firm believer of that. But do you take it so seriously to the point where it means everything? Where marriage is more important than intuition, a deep knowing. When marriage is more important than safety, than true love. When marriage is more important than personal happiness. When marriage is more important than children. Marriage can sometimes be not a beacon of light, but a beacon of sadness. If you're married to the wrong person, could be. That's a message for some. For others, if you're already married, you guys have to overcome some of your personal problems, personal arguments, and the challenges to value your marriage and give. Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. Be fair. Give to the marriage. Give it your time. Give it your energy. Don't hold on to a grudge. For some people in a marriage, you're holding on to grudges that need to be let go of. And the energy of today is you need to remember your vows. Honor and love that person. Forgive that person. Be there through sickness and health, through the good times and the bad times. Be understanding. Sometimes you have to leave a dark situation and move on from it. There's someone here that was stuck in a dark situation in their marriage, and they had a hard time leaving that behind. Maybe there's a history or a past, or maybe there's money issues. Maybe it was the we used to have it all. you know, we used to have it all, and now something has come in like a wrench in the marriage, a third party, maybe some infidelity. I can't get past that, right? Cancers, oh, it's hard, but they will. Cancers don't let go. They never let go. But sometimes cancers never let go of a grudge either. Some of them. Especially the masculine cancers. Have a hard time. So there, for some people that are in a marriage, they are currently, you know, they've taken the vow, they've taken the oath, Two of Cups, Hierophant, they are definitely in a marriage. You guys need to move on. From some kind of a hardship. Okay? You need to remember why you were married and that you can get through this. That is your message. That's your challenge. For the other cancers that are not engaged in a relationship, you're single or you're unmarried, two warnings for the singles. One, don't hate marriage so much that you shove it away with the resistance card because you're afraid of infidelity because your parents had it or that's all you've seen in this world. Don't shove away a marriage because you're so against it. And number two, don't be all, for the second single group, don't be all for marriage to where you're desperate and just grasping at whoever wants to pop the question. You're worth more than that, and marriage is more than that. Marriage is not that important. You either find it or you don't, but if you don't find it, Cancer, don't be desperate for it. You're okay without it. Anyways, I don't know. What is the desire of the sign of Cancer? What is the desire of Cancer? Impatience, lack of healing. Some of you guys like to be upset. We have a Cancer here that possibly has some Sag. We have Nine of Wands in reverse and the Temperance card. Both of those are Sagittarius cards. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or you could have Sag in you, but it's the energy of the Sag, which is I know better. I have the right answer. I'm never wrong. I will not waver. I have a goal set and you're not changing my mind. I'm very stubborn. So there we have this stubbornness here, not willing to rest, not willing to give up, not willing to look at this with peace. There is an impatience and there's a little bit of a stubbornness and anger even possibly. Let's just say it's fiery. There's some fiery energy for the desire for Cancer. And then we have cleanse. Bottom of the deck, clarifying. The overall underall energy is this needs to be purified, cleansed. Somebody needs to be purged of their resentment, of their I'm right, you're wrong, stubbornness, an unwillingness to be flexible. Could be you, could be your person, Cancer. Could be both of you. But someone has to get removed from that kind of an energy. I think you know better, okay? Let's go ahead and see the actions that will be taken for the sign of Cancer. Please show me the actions. Oh, I'm so glad you came up. You came up, Cancer. Queen of Cups, Cardinal of Water. I love it. So this is a really good energy about loving yourself, taking care of business. This is also being beautiful, getting into your beauty, getting into your health, getting into your happiness, finding love. There is love in your life. Some of the love that you have, though, is sad. Scorpio vibes, Five of Cups. Stop it! Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back.